Thank you, Minister, for those kind remarks. It is now my pleasure to hand over to Ambassador Yoon himself, who has prepared a few words.
I wonder, after I left that place, who came, but thank you, Catherine, for your most kind words. Distinguished members of our Parliament, representatives of the UK government, and fellow ambassadors and diplomats. Is Lady Rodomir here? She has a medical appointment. Oh yes, you made it. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd first like to thank you all for coming despite such a short notice. So, as I said on the rainy National Day last year, I completely understand those who couldn't make it today, but those of you who are here, I love you all the more. Life is full of surprises. I think that's how the 1999 movie Go starts. We always complain about unpredictability. You can think about somebody, some country, but without those little surprises, life would be somewhat boring and lack any thrills. So, and we are all searching for our dolce vita, but if you don't have a chance to taste bitterness, you will not be able to appreciate how sweet your life truly is. When you do meet surprises, how you handle them shows who you are. And at that moment, you may look back on how blessed you are, how much you have been missing, but what few things you have gotten right. So here I am, after 2 years, 8 months, and 16 days on from my arrival in London, taking this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for helping to make my life here so rewarding and pleasurable. Professionally speaking, as was pointed out by Minister West, I still take pride in the state visit of a Korean president to the UK, the first one, I always repeat, after His Majesty's coronation. I still remember the faces of my fellow ambassadors at the King's speech in that November morning when His Majesty talked about all the policies of the government, but at one moment he said, "I'm looking forward to welcoming the Korean president on his state visit." And everybody was looking at me. So it not only upgraded our bilateral relations to a global strategic partnership, but also opened a new chapter in our friendship. That commitment to strategic cooperation has been reaffirmed twice. With each other's change of government in July last year in the UK and June this year in Korea. I truly appreciate the kind support and understanding of my FCDO colleagues, led by Minister West, and before her Anne-Marie, and is Dan here? Dan, Karen, and Matthew in the Northeast Asia office. And also on the protocol side, Vic and Alison. I also extend my special gratitude to my friends at the Royal Household, led by Lord Parker, Mr. Vernon, and Mr. Harrison, the Marshal of the Diplomatic Corps, for creating those unforgettable moments during the state visit. We all say UK is the birthplace of parliamentary democracy, though UK is the mother of many other things, including universal values that Korea also shares and holds dear. In promoting such key values, I had the pleasure of working with so many friendly MPs whose kind regard and interest in Korea has been so important in strengthening our relationship. So APPG on the Republic of Korea, led by the Right Honorable Sir Ed Davey, MP, and his friend Paul Collar, who I hope will be here soon, is actively promoting our cooperation in many diverse areas. While APPG North Korea, led by Lord Alton of Liverpool, and assisted by a former North Korean escapee, Timothy Cho, continues their serious discussion on how to ensure peace and stability on the Korean Peninsula, as well as improve human rights on North Korea, of North Koreans. That's where I met my good friend, Minister West, when she was a shadow minister. And I even remember that was December 18th, 2022, when I had the first joint session with 2 APPGs. And the city, the financial hub of the world, provided me with the wonderful opportunities to work with the 694th and 695th and 696th Lord Mayors. The Korean delegation and the business leaders still cherish their memories of the splendid Guildhall banquet hosted by Lord Mayor Michael Mainelli. But Michael is not here, but there's Alderman Charles Bowman, the 690th Lord Mayor. Thank you for being here. When I try to emphasize the importance of the UK to Korean people, I talk about the intellectual leadership represented by think tanks, along with the media and the institutions of higher learning. My work with them, the think tanks, enriched my mind and spirit and allowed us to see Korea and the world from a global strategic angle. So thank you, Karen. Where are you? And they are not here. Bronan, Rachel, and Bastian, for your friendship and insights. Korea and the UK will dramatically step up in their cooperation in trade and clean energy, working toward our common goal of growth. I am looking forward to the successful conclusion of our negotiation on the new FTA, as well as more opportunities to contribute to your renewable and nuclear energy. So Lord Tom Watson, he was here. Yeah, UK trade envoy for Korea will take charge. So I count on you, sir. I have also repeated on time and on budget so many times, but at one point I was cautioned that the original case was becoming rather history, meaning it was a little beyond budget. But still, I would emphasize that in terms of efficiency and price competitiveness, there is no comparison. So I will count on the leadership. He's not here, but of Lord Magnicol, who is leading the Nuclear Industry Association, and Tom Greatrix. And there are many perks for ambassadors in the UK, but perhaps the best of all is our access to many important cultural events in London, the cultural capital of the world. My experiences with the National Gallery, Kwanu, Stereo, okay. Tate Modern and Wallace collection, as well as BBC Proms, Barbican, Cadogan Hall, and Wigmore Hall with the Royal Philharmonic. Hugh, David? And London Philharmonia were truly priceless. And I also salute to V&A for hosting the excellent Korean Wave Hallyu exhibition in my early days here, thanks to Rosalie and Tristram. I also had many other friends who I called endless friends, because there were no business or professional reasons for our gathering. I truly enjoyed their kind friendship, not to mention their observation and advice. Some of them are here. Noel, yes, and Joyce, and yeah. And finally, but there will be a little more. Finally, I have many fellow ambassadors who not only share my trade, but with whom I was fortunate to have forged a network of genuine friendship and mutual respect. I always emphasize that while people outside our trade may think that we enjoy wining and dining, we are exchanging information and comparing our notes to make very serious reports with in-depth analyses to our respective home governments. But in the process, we also have deepened our friendship. So I'm very happy to see all my friends in London. And my former home was also Cairo, so I'm very happy to see Sherif, the Egyptian ambassador here, as well as US ambassador to Cairo, my friend Ambassador Jonathan Cohen. And all these different friends, I have hosted 185 events at my residence during my tenure, mostly dinners, according to the statistics of my tireless chef. Ladies and gentlemen, there are three unchanging bases of support for Korea and the Korean Embassy here in the UK. The first is British Korea Society, currently led by Ambassador Simon Smith. Where are you? Yes. And joined by many former UK ambassadors to Korea. With various events, the BKS has played a focal role in rallying the support and interest of all the Korea lovers in the UK and providing precious feedback to us. And you saw the images of Korean War veterans. I didn't trouble them with my invitation because obviously with their age and frailty. But I'd like to emphasize that they form the most important component of our bilateral partnership. I will never forget them, who at such a tender age came to the rescue of a country they had never heard of and people they had never met. So I always repeat simply, thank you, and thank you. And finally, but most importantly, we have Lady Rodriguez, whose love for her motherland has been immense and so pivotal in the work of many Korean ambassadors in the UK, including myself. And she's also kind of a godmother for rank and file members of our embassy. So thank you, my lady, for all what you have done. Speaking of my team, I'm so proud of their competence and commitment. I hope all my friends here will continue to work closely with my colleagues and help them whenever you can. They are simply the best in the world, I believe. Last February, you saw the video at the end. They celebrated my birthday by presenting a cake with the phrase, Beni Vidi Vici. Looking back, it pretty much sums up my stay here in the UK. Because I think I have completed what I intended at the beginning. So, how fortunate I am. So, my dear friends, thank you for bearing with my long speech, because my heart is so full with gratitude. In line with the Veni Vidi Vici, I would like to say goodbye to you all by saying, I thank you all, I love you all, I will miss you all. God bless you.